Danny, thanks for stopping by this morning. I'm going to introduce you as the 2007 English Amateur Champion. When was the last time somebody said that to you?
That was a while ago. Yeah, some good memories. Good memories of amateur golf.
Now, of course, this year the English Amateur Championships at Lindrick and Worksop. Now, I know you know Lindrick in particular. Am I right in thinking you're a member there?
Yeah, we live just off the back of the 6th, so yeah, we're down there a good bit when the weather's good enough.
In terms of what the competitors can look forward to this year, what's your inside track on Lindrick?
It all depends how they can get it set up. It's obviously had open qualifying for many years, and I know for that they get it really firm and fast, and often plays really tricky. It's not overly long, the golf course hasn't really been extended in the last few years, but just when the wind starts swirling around there, just a good solid test of kind of shot making and keeping your ball under control. And yeah, like I said, notoriously when it gets really firm and fast in the summer, it does play pretty tricky.
It's a famous course as well, hosted the Ryder Cup. Do you feel that when you walk into the clubhouse? Does it feel a special place?
It is a special place. You know, you've still got all the memorabilia from the Ryder Cup on the walls. Obviously, me and Westy have both been members there for a long time. I don't think Westy still is now that he lives up in Newcastle. So yeah, it's got a good vibe to the place with the history that it's had. I think that was all the way back in 1920, 40 something. It was a long time ago. I know that. And it's nice when when a golf course has said that it's had the Ryder Cup, with the great players that have played it, obviously, and just to have that on its resume, and then to still keep up with obviously EGU events, to have the R&A, obviously the open qualifying there. Just shows that people, regard it as a good solid test of golf.
Do you get to play it often? I know you also said you live nearby, but do you ever pop out? Do you climb over the fence?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, no, we do. There's a little snicket that I can walk through. Me and Nick will go for a walk, and I'll take the clubs, and the kids will come and have a mess around, and it'll just be there's quite a nice little loop that I can do of about 6 or 7 holes on an evening time in the summer. Like I said, when the weather's good enough and we fancy it.
Is there a favourite hole that you have, or perhaps one that's just particularly tough that you either like playing or look forward to challenging yourself on?
There's a couple of really tricky holes around the turn, 12, 13, and then you've got a really, I'm not going to say an easy finish, but you've got a pretty nice finish in 2 par 5s, a near enough travel par 4, par 5, 16, and then 17's not too long, 18's are really, again, finishing with a par 3, not always happen round golf courses, but like I said, when the wind's whipping around there, it's a real strong finishing hole for a par 3. So you've got some scoring chances coming down that back 9 if you can get through the middle section.
What will it take for somebody to win the English Am there? Both the men and the women are playing there this year. So what kind of golfer will emerge as the champion for both the men and the women?
A good one.
That's the thing. It's going to be a good champion.
It is. It's going to be. It is. There's no looking your way around that golf course. Few of the runoffs, bouncers, you're into ghost bushes. Like I said, you've really got to golf your ball well. They've redone a few of the bunkers. The greens are notoriously not that big, and I think when anyone comes off there, like I said, it all depends on the conditions. If it's soft, people rip it up because it's not overly long. We know that now with how golf courses kind of play, but if they can get it firm and fast and make people think about where they want to be for the second shots, to determine what they're going to hit off the tee, then it'll throw up a few surprises, and people are going to have to concentrate that a little bit more. And I think you'll get a really, really good ball striking winner.
Can I just take you back to the summer of 2007, 15 years ago? I think Gordon Brown was Prime Minister, and mobile phones were used for making phone calls back in those days, Danny. But what do you remember of that week at Royal St George's?
I remember having a great week. Me and my best friend Sam Haywood shared a caravan.
Luxury, eh?
It was luxury back then. And basically we were both playing, and we both said to each other, whoever gets the furthest is on all caddy. So yeah, I remember. I played nice all week. Beat a few of the lads that I obviously now see out and around. Me and Matt Cryer in the final. Just a great fun week down at St George's. For us as amateurs at the time, I was probably not far off the number 1 amateur in the world, and I was having a really, really good couple of years spell of some really good golf, not only in college in America, but then back in all the national events as well. So I was in a pretty rich vein of form, and it was nice to be able to back up and actually get one of the major youth championships under my belt.
You've won, I think, 8 times on tour as a professional. You've won in 4 continents, but does that English amateur win still rate highly when you look back at your career as a kind of landmark occasion for you as you progress towards the professional ranks?
Yeah, I mean, you look at, nobody ever really knows if you're going to be ready for professional golf at any moment in time, but when you continue to win national championships, national opens, against, they're the only people you can play against, are the best players at that time in your age range or in your country. So to be able to pick yourself against them guys and beat them, you know, it was just kind of all little stepping stones on the way to realising that actually, you know, there might be a good chance I'm going to be all right, you know, when I turn pro.
Danny, many congratulations on all you've achieved in your career so far, starting off with that English amateur victory, and if you're in during the last week in July, we'll pop in for a cup of tea.
I'm going to pop in, I'll be on the back of this 6th with a cup of tea.
Good man, thanks for your time.
Thank you.